What's up, boys and girls? We're back here in Kentucky hunting these public land bucks. It's the last day of muzzleloader season for me. Tomorrow's the last day. Jason will probably be here for sure, but I got work tomorrow, so can't hunt the last day of muzzleloader season. But we in here today. We seen like 10 deer on the way here, which is a record. So y'all stay tuned. See what happens. What's up, boys and girls? We're all set up. We're about 3 miles back on top of a mountain. The past couple days I've been hunting here. I've seen 3 shooter bucks, and all 3 of them worked their way up this ditch, straight up on this hilltop. I'm facing the ditch. I'm on top of the hill. The wind is blowing straight towards private land behind me, so that's good. Hopefully a buck walk through here 3 days in a row, then I'll have a shot. Cold front came in last night, went from like 50 degrees to in the 30s, so that's pretty good. I got a super fresh rub right in front of me. I'm thinking, since the pressure is high right now, or rising, I think the second rut is definitely in effect. And I seen a buck chasing a doe yesterday, so we might see all kinds of deer. I don't know. I think I'm in the money spot though. We about to find out. Y'all stay tuned. Meh. Meh. Oh my gosh, dude. I think I shot him. I think I hit him. I don't know. He took off pretty fast. But that's a nice buck. That's a big one. But that little 3-pointer walked in to Lily, not even 5 yards. And then he was headed straight downwind of me. But that buck was gonna walk right past me. I just hope I got him. Alright, from looking at the Tacticam footage, it looks like I pulled the trigger at the perfect time. So, the scope was on. We just hope the bullet hit where it needed to hit. I'm shaking. Freaking late, dude. That's a big buck. Alright. I'm still shaking like a leaf. The scope cam was perfect. I had the crosshairs right where I want them. I'm gonna go see if I can find some blood. Y'all stay tuned. Meh. Well, boys and girls, very unfortunate things have happened today, I must say. Anyways, I'm not shaking anymore, as you can tell, so that's not a good sign. But I'm standing right where he was at. He's standing right here. I was back here, right there somewhere. And yeah, I don't see any blood or hair. I can see his tracks. There's no sign of a hit. I've watched the video back 1,000 times. His tail stayed tucked. Even before I shot, his tail was tucked. And I shot and he just ducked. And his tail didn't move. He just ducked and took off, so I think it was a clean miss. But I also think it was a mechanical error because, as you can tell in the scope cam, crosshairs were right where I wanted them to be. That deer shouldn't have went 20 yards if the bullet hit where I was aiming. But I don't know if you can tell in the video, but after watching it 100 times, I could tell that the sound of the muzzleloader was a little bit off. It had like a crack to it, almost like a 22 sounding. So I honestly think some of the powder in the barrel might have got a little wet because I've been hunting for like 5 or 6 days with the muzzleloader and it's rained a couple. So even though I kept the barrel covered up, rain can still get in where the cap goes in. So yeah, I think we had a little bit of a wet powder issue, which is so unfortunate. I've walked maybe like 40-50 yards in the direction he ran and kind of zigzag back and forth looking for blood and nothing. So I'm probably gonna keep walking the direction he ran, see if I can find any blood or maybe find him. I don't know. But yeah, that was a real nice buck. Jeez, maybe 140. I don't know. He was nice and wide. Dadgummit. So yeah, I'm gonna keep walking, see if I can find some blood. And if not, probably go back to the truck and go home, because now that I missed that shot and after watching the footage, either something's wrong with my scope or the powders was a little wet, but I don't trust it anymore. This is it with muzzleloader season for me, because I got work tomorrow. Jason will be in here tomorrow, so hopefully his muzzleloader's sighted in and good to go, and he don't miss a buck, because they're definitely in here, that's for sure. Let's see if maybe we can find some blood. Y'all stay tuned. Well, we didn't find any blood, but we found a buck. We found a dead buck. But not the buck we shot at, that's for sure. It's a nice sport one. Well, boys and girls, we made it back to the truck. Took off the layers. Sweating bullets right now. We walked like maybe 100 yards where I seen him run to. Zigzagging back and forth. Never saw any sign of a hit deer. But I did find a dead deer. But it's been dead a while, and it definitely wasn't the deer I shot. It was a little four-pointer, but I ain't giving up. I'll be back out here with a bow. Hopefully Jason gets after him tomorrow. I gotta go to work, so Jason will be out here for the last day of muzzleloader. We'll see what happens. Hopefully Jason gets him though. Girls and does. It is the last day of Kentucky muzzleloader season here. Jackson has work today, so he ain't able to make it out. Jackson's been out here the last 3 mornings and has been on a shooter buck every morning, so he missed one yesterday morning. I'm gonna be going back to the same spot. Hopefully I can get some revenge for him. We think his gun just had a misfire. It sounded like all the powder didn't go off, but anyways, we're out here last day. Got the climber with me, got the muzzleloader, and I'm about to make this long hike in, and we're gonna get set up. We're super early today, so we got plenty of time to get in here, and it should be a good morning. Hopefully we see some deer. I'll be doing an all day set, so stay tuned. Peace. What's up, y'all? It's about an hour after legal shooting light. Been sitting up here in the stand. Got a pretty good ridge running up straight behind us. It's going towards this bean field, so that's where Jackson's been seeing the bugs at. So hopefully they're still in here. Got here pretty early this morning, got set in pretty early, and it's pretty cold, so the deer should be on their feet. I shouldn't have spooked any out. I think we're good. I think we'll see some deer, hopefully. We'll get some revenge for Jackson, so y'all stay tuned. Meh. Well, it's been a crazy last weekend of muzzleloader season here in Kentucky. It's safe to say we ain't gonna get it done. I'm about to head home. There ain't no point in me standing out here with my gun. It's not gonna fire. So we got this scope cam on there, and the hammer's hitting the scope cam. I never shot it with the scope cam on. Probably should have did that, but the hammer's not going all the way down. It's hitting the scope cam. I'll show y'all here in a little bit when I get back to the truck. But I had a big buck, one of the biggest bucks it had probably been my biggest buck. Walked about 40 yards, pulled the trigger on him. My gun didn't go off, so. But now I know the problem. I'm gonna be back here probably this week with a crossbow, because I ain't shooting my bow in this thick gear, so we'll bring in a crossbow, baby. But hopefully something happens this week. I'm about to head home, about to get down, hike out. Unfortunately, didn't get done. Very disappointed. That hurts my heart. Alright, I'm back in the parking lot. Unfortunately, we didn't get a deer today. As you all know, had a little misfire. I'm about to show y'all what's going on with my muzzleloader, why it didn't fire. It's because of this Tacticam film through scope. So let me show you what's up. So the hammer, you cock it back. This muzzleloader does not have a primer in there. When you cock it back, and then you pull the trigger, you can see it's hitting the Tacticam film through scope and not hitting the firing pin. So the firing pin's not hitting the primer and the muzzleloader's not going off. So dang this camera. Well, we try to film these sweet videos for you, and sometimes it bites us in the butt, like this camera right here. But we are on the bucks. Unfortunately, muzzleloader season ends today, and yeah, we'll be back with crossbows probably. If not, we'll be back with our bows. If I had an Allen wrench to get this off, I would stay all day, but I don't have an Allen wrench. So it's back home I go. Unfortunately, we drove an hour to get here and then walked 2 miles in, only to have the biggest deer in my life come by me and my muzzleloader not fire. So you live and you learn. I should have practiced with the scope cam on there. But I didn't. And now I know that muzzleloader don't fire with it on, so that's unfortunate. But hopefully y'all learned a little something from this video, and yeah, make sure y'all like and subscribe. We appreciate all the support. We'll get you a deer eventually. Stay tuned.
Fired up with stresses, know this they controlling me. Getting shots from time to time, but don't know what they mean. I wanna run, but no I can't, I ain't up on my feet. But I'm a son that knows a man that's watching over